So today I'm going to show you another transformation that is called derived column. Okay, so what is the transformation? Derived column. See, generally columns will be defined. Okay, derived is nothing but what? I'm adding a new column. Okay, I'm adding a new column with some formula. Okay, so whenever we are getting the data from the source file, if you want to add the new column additionally, this particular derived column will be useful. Okay, so generally columns will be defined, not will be derived. Okay, so if you are deriving the column, that means there should be some purpose and there should be some reason as well. Okay, so then only we can create the column with this derived column transformations. Okay, so even though when we are displaying the data, see, let us say for example, see, if you display this data to somebody else, okay, look at the screen very carefully. So if you show this data to anybody, okay, so select star from EMP. So this is what basic employee details. Okay, so this is what basic employee details. Now, after showing this, suppose if anybody will ask you to show me the yearly data of an employee, okay, so yearly salary of an employee, so what you will do in that case? Okay, so right now we are having a monthly salary with us. Okay, suppose if you want to see the yearly salary, okay, what we need to do? We need to perform some calculations. Okay, we need to perform some calculations over the data, then only we can display the data. Okay, so see, this yearly salary column is predefinedly or initially available in this table. No, that column is not available. Now, if the column is not available, how will you show the data? You are going to write a small logic. You are going to write a small logic in order to derive that column. Deriving is nothing but what? Deriving is nothing but creating the new thing which is not there in the table. Okay, so creating the new thing which is not there earlier. Okay, that is called deriving. Okay, so I have derived this formula. That means what? So he has identified the logic, okay, or else he wrote some logic to get that particular new code. Okay, so now here, so as you can see on my screen, I'm having only 8 columns. Okay, but people were asking me, I want to see annual salary column. So annual salary is available here? No, it is not available here. So how can I show that annual salary column to annual salary column in this particular table? See, in that case, you need to write a separate logic for that. So annual salary is nothing but what? Salary plus commission into 12. Okay, so we need to add the salary and commission and we need to multiply with what? 12. Okay, that is the reason salary plus commission from EMP. Okay, now look at this. See, 800 plus null, what is this? What will be the value if 800 plus null? I told you in SQL, if I add a null value to the 800, what will be the value? Correct, it's a null value. Okay, so you understood that if you perform any operation with a null value, output will be null value only. Okay, that is the reason we need to be very careful when you are adding the null values. Okay, so is null of commission comma 0. Okay, now if you add, see, right now 800 plus null into 12, that is also null. Okay, 1600 plus 300, 1900 into 12, 22,800. If there is no null value, obviously value will be preferred, meaningful. If there is any null value, see, obviously output will be null value only. Okay, that is the reason you need to execute this. You can see 800 in plus null. Actually, here I have used this is null function. How is null function will works? Instead of commission, it will return 0. Okay. So 800 plus 0, 800 into 12, 9600. Now you can see all the proper values that are visible here. Okay, all the proper values that you can see here, all the not null values. Not null values means nothing but what? These are the meaningful values. Now look at this yearly salary column. So is it available? This column was available earlier in this table. No, this column is not available. Now see how I have defined this column. So for the purpose of yearly salary information, I have derived this column here. Okay, now in this particular situation, so the same data I'm getting from the employee table. Okay, so whenever I'm loading the data, so I need to calculate the yearly salary and then I need to load the data into the destination table. Okay, so in this case, so when I'm looking into this table, I didn't find this yearly salary column, even though it is not permanent here. Why? Because see, whatever the statements that you have written, see, whatever the logic that you have written with the select statement, that is temporary, not permanent. Okay, it will just show you the data like that. Okay, it cannot be permanent unless and until you will add a column, you will perform some operation, so it will not be a permanent. Okay, select statement will always displays the data temporarily. Okay, now this column also temporarily, but I don't want to see this column temporarily. I want to have this information in one of the table. So I'm getting the data, source data like this. I want to use salary plus commission from the source table, and I want to derive that column yearly salary. Okay, so how can I derive that column? By using SSIS. Here it is a SQL logic, but SSIS, it will be a different logic. Let me show you. Open this. Okay, employee table. Go to columns. Click on OK. Okay, now connect to this one derived column. Okay, open this. See, yesterday I have shown you one transformation called conditional split transformation. So both are like, in terms of these two components, both are same. Okay, so this particular area will be little different when you compare with the conditional split transformation. So here, what are the what are the components here? First of all, variables and parameters. So these things we will see later. And these columns, okay, what are the available columns that are coming? So can you see yearly salary column here? No. Okay, so yearly salary column is not available here. Okay, we have only salary and commission column. That's it. Okay, now so I want to derive a logic in order to calculate the yearly salary. For that reason, see, salary and what we can do plus and then commission. Okay, so salary plus commission. So how we will write a is null function here? See, that is the reason we have all the functions. So expand this null function. So go to is null function. Okay, so this commission column, is null of commission. Okay, is null of commission. Now, so this is the conditional statement writing process. Okay, so maybe you have seen in your academics. Okay, this is a conditional statement, and in C language also we will write the same type of code. Okay, that's it. This is the logic. See, it is showing in a black color. Okay, that means what? It is correct one. So let me explain the logic here. See, salary column, salary column. plus. Okay, so is null of commission. Okay, question mark. Okay, so is null of commission question mark. Okay, so and then it is what, 0. Okay, is null of commission. Okay, question mark, 0. Okay, see, this is null function, definition is different in SQL. Is null function definition is different in SSIS. Okay, so is null of commission. Okay, I'm giving a column called commission to the is null function, and I'm verifying the data of the commission column with this question mark. Okay, so this particular question mark will verifies the data. Okay, this particular question mark will verifies the data. If the commission is null value, then it will return 0 instead of that. Okay, so else means the colon indicates the else part. If the commission is not a null value, we should return the commission as it is. If it is null, then only we should take an action. If it is not null, so we are not supposed to take any action. Okay, so that is what we need to understand. Okay, so here, so this is the function writing, and you can give the name, column name, yearly salary. Okay, so now if you want to add a new column, that is possible, or else if you want to replace any one of the column, that is also possible. Okay, better to create a new column this time. Okay, so there are some scenarios where you can see the existing columns. Okay, just click on OK. Next one, OLEDB destination. Open this. So do we have any table to accommodate the data? No, I don't have any table to accommodate that data. Click on new. Derived column destination, copy and click on OK. Go to this mappings. Okay, all the columns are properly coming. Click on OK. Now see, is there any issues here? No, we don't have any issues. Okay, now let us execute. See, 17 rows and 17 rows. Go to this. Now look at the data and look at the data of this table. So 9,600, 9,600. Okay, so 22,800, 22,800. So whatever the data that we have displayed over there, so that we got the same values with the SSIS also, but the logic is a little different. Okay, is null function writing, and these components will works in a different way, not like in a SQL. Okay, so that is the reason. So SQL will give you the base knowledge. Okay, so we need to write the code according to the this particular derived column transformation expression language. So this is called what, a small expression or formula or column definition. Okay, so this column can be defined by this formula, right? That is the reason we can column this column definition or expression, anything, or formula. You can just call any, with whatever the name that you are comfortable. Okay, ultimately, so this derived column is main use for if you want to change the data. If you want to change the data of the existing column, or if you want to derive the new column, okay, with the existing data, this you can use this derived column transformations. Going forward, I will show you another example how we can use. Suppose in some situations the data is not coming in a proper way. Okay, so there will be some problems in that data. So if you want to clean the data with all the necessary possibilities, okay, so you can use this derived column transformation. Derived column transformation will take the data as it is, and it will allows you to apply all these functions. Okay, mathematical, string, date, null, whatever the functions that are necessary and those are needful, we can apply those functions on the data, and we can clean the data with respect to the client requirement. Okay, so this is what client say, derived column transformations. Okay, so anybody having any doubts with that? Okay.
Yeah.
Yep.
Derived columns are mainly used for the computed columns, no? Or any other thing.
Yeah, it's a computed column only now.
Oh, here in this example it is computed column.
Hmm.
Generally,
Generally we can change the data of the existing column, or we can take the data of the existing column and we can derive a new column. See, without any column also you can derive one column here. By writing some any small logic, you can derive one column here. Okay, see, this salary and commission, these are the two columns which I have used here to derive this yearly salary. Okay, so without creating this yearly salary column, so I can update the data of the any one of the column here. Okay, but that not looks good, meaningful. Okay, so when we are using the when we are changing the data of the existing column, sometimes, suppose, let us say for example, the phone number format. Okay, the phone number format is not coming in a proper way. Okay, so we need to take that column, for the phone number information, and we need to correct the data, and we should not create any new column. We should update the data in that column only. Then what we can do, there is no need of creating a new column. So that whatever the logic that you want to write here, you can write here, and here you can just replace that phone number column. That's it, simple. Automatically the data within that column, the data will get modified. Okay. See, derived column is the one of the best transformation which you can use in SSIS to perform all the data modifications. Okay, so no any other transformation is not that much useful. Okay, you can see aggregate will change the data. Okay, in a different way. It is not like that. Conditional split will divide the data, but derived column you can write any type of expression here. Okay, if the data is not coming properly, you can update the data. If the data is providing the wrong values, you can change the data. If you want to perform some operations on the data, you can do it here. Okay, so all the functionalities will be applied here. That is the reason derived column transformation is very, very important. Out of all the transformations, at least 99% all the packages, okay, there are so many chances to introduce this particular transformation. Okay, try to do as many number of examples that you can do with this one. Okay, it will makes you very, very strong in exercise. Why? Because you must write some expressions. Today you understood how to write a seasonal function. There are so many functions, mathematical functions, string functions. Okay, so date and time functions. Okay, there are so many examples are there. I will give you whatever the examples I'm having, and in addition to that, if you practice more, you will get good knowledge on SSIS. Okay.
Okay, thank you.
See, the next transformation. Right now we have seen one source and one destination, or one source multiple destinations, but we have not seen multiple sources and one destination. Okay, so what if the situation, if you're getting the data from more than one source, so how will you receive the data and how will you load the data into the table? Okay, so what if the situation, if you're having a more than one source? That is what ultimate goal of this particular transformation, what I'm going to explain to you. Okay, so you are getting the data from two different servers. Okay, you are getting the data from two different servers. Okay, so how will you combine the data? How will you receive the data and how will you load the data into the destination? Okay, there is a server 1 and server 2. So from these two servers you are getting the data. Right now, as of now, we have seen that scenarios based on only one transformation, sorry, one source, not more than one source. As of now, we have not worked with them more than one source. Okay, so now the situation come into the picture. We have more than one source. Okay, so that means there are two sources. So how will you receive the data? How will you accept the data? How will you retrieve the data from the two sources, and you can load the data into the destination? In order to perform these type of activities, so I have a transformation called merge transformation. Okay, so what is this merge transformation? That you can see the symbol of the transformation also. It looks like this. Why? That means what? Source 1, okay, and source 2, and then destination. Look at this. That is the symbol. See, if you're if you can remember that icons, okay, if you can remember that symbols or icons, it will be more comfortable for you. I mean you that will makes you expert in exercise. Okay, so why I'm telling, so with this small thing, we can become expert. Yes, that is true. Why? Because if you remember that particular symbol, okay, so if you go to any new project, okay, somebody using a same transformation, okay, there are some chances they can rename the component. Okay, so let us say, for example, you are having the good knowledge on this icons and symbols. Okay, so now this is the transformation. Okay, I can change the name of the transformation. Data combining from two sources. I can write like this. So if you see like this, okay, if you see the component like this, so how you can understand what type of transformation it is? There is no word called merge. Merge gone. So this name came into the picture. Now, how can you understand whether it is a merge transformation? You cannot understand, right? So that is the reason while you are practicing, so try to try to spend at least 10% of your knowledge on the icons and symbols. Okay, so that not only here, if you go to any other project, by looking at the symbol you can understand, okay, these people have used this transformation. Okay, these people have used major transformation, these people have used aggregate transformation, these people have used condition split transformation, like that. Okay, so if you can able to identify everything with the help of symbol, you obviously you are the expert of SSS. Other people cannot expert, right? So that is the reason I'm telling you, try to spend some time on the symbols also. Icons are very, very important here. Okay, so people can change, even in my project also, we will never maintain the as it is names. Okay, we need to maintain the different names. Okay, 1 minute, excuse me, my manager is calling. Sorry guys, actually the call from my manager. Okay, so this type of naming we need to follow in order to provide you the proper explanation about the package what we have developed. Okay, so now I'm going to get the data from the two sources. Okay, so this particular transformation will helpful for me to get the data from more than one source. Okay, so as of now, until now, we have seen only one source at a time, but not more than one source at a time. Okay, now I'm going to show you the transformation which can get me the data from the two sources at a time. That transformation is called merge transformation. So before going to work with the merge transformations, is there any preconditions for this transformation? Yes, the preconditions are, first of all, okay, the data structure, the structure of the data should be same. Okay, structure means, so the two columns in the source one, the same two columns should be available in the source 2 also. Okay, structure of the sources should be same and type of the source should be same. That means what? One flat file, one excel file, one excel file, one OLEDB file will not works. Okay, so if it is a flat file, source 2 also should be a flat file. Okay, and if it is an excel file, source 2 also should be an excel file. Same type of sources can be accepted as part of merge transformation. And another third important precondition is data must be sorted on any one of the column. Why? Because merge transformation won't allow the data without sorting option. Okay, so that is because if you don't sort the data and if you will combine the data, there is no proper meaning and there is no proper consistency in the data. Merge transformation won't allow such type of operations. Okay, total three conditions are there. Structure of the sources should be same, type of the sources should be same, and data must be sorted. Okay, these are the three basic conditions, three preconditions in order to work with the merge transformation. Okay, and now so that is the reason I'm going to show you few tables. Okay, 3 rows and 3 rows. Okay, total 6 rows. Now you can see the data of the table A and table B. See, look at the data of these two tables. Table A, okay, table A, employee number and name. Table B, employee number and name. So consider these are the two tables are coming from two different locations. See, employee number 135 and ACE. So employee number 246. Okay, the data is available like this. Okay, so now if I want to combine the data and if I want to arrange the data, see, let us say for example, I will tell you the situation. We have application. Okay, so we have a one business application. Okay, so business is going on through that application. Okay, suppose let us say for example, first of all, I went to the store, I have purchased one item. Okay, so after that Ashok went to the store and he has purchased one item, but we both were not we both didn't went to the same store. Okay, so I went to the store which is in the first street, so Ashok went to the store which is in second street. So these are the two different branches and they are having two different databases. Okay, but application is same. So whatever the order ID that will be generated by the application, that maybe have a sequence or may not be having a sequence. Okay, but whenever you are collecting the data, all the orders should be arranged in a proper order. Okay, then only you can understand how many number of orders got generated and order details in a proper way. Okay, so that is the reason whenever you are combining the data in these situations, use the merge transformation. Okay, it will allows you to combine the data from multiple sources by using this particular properties. Okay, if you don't use the sort transformation here, data will be combined but it will not give you any clarity about the data. Okay, that is the reason OLEDB source and then OLEDB source, two sources. Why? Because this is a merge transformation which works with the two sources. Okay, so now table, you can write here also table, or else you can write source table AA. Now you can see as of now, whatever the scenarios that I have explained you, I have not changed the name of the components, but now I'm changing the component. Try to understand and try to follow these standards. Okay, so that will be more comfortable for you. Okay, suppose, see, if you have not changed anything, okay, if you have not changed anything, so what will happen? Nothing will happen. Nobody will ask you anything. But the thing is, see, if the table will be available like this, okay, and you are using this table as part of the package, okay, if anybody wants to understand the package, they must open each and every component. Okay, see, looking at the connection, okay, this table, then people can understand, okay, Narendra is using that table. Okay, instead of that, if you wrote like this, source table AA, that means nothing but what? This is the table name and this is what? Source. And this is the table name and this is what? Source. By looking at the components, you can understand, and that too, these names are like, looking more attractive than the actual names of the components. Okay, now that is the reason. Follow the standards and try to give this type of names. Okay, then it will be easy for you, not only for you, after your place, so if somebody will comes in your position, they will also appreciate you. Okay, this guy has developed all the packages very beautifully. Okay, so that name will come to you only, that, and that too, that will be a best practice. Okay, what is the table? Go to columns. Okay, properly coming, and then go to this table BB. Okay, and now connect this. Try to connect this one. Merge input 1 and merge input 2. Okay, see, structure of the source is same. One condition satisfied. Type of the source is same. Second condition satisfied. Third condition, sorted order. Okay, see, the input merge input 1 and the input merge input 2 have sort key positions assigned to their columns incorrectly. Okay, have sort key positions assigned to their columns incorrectly. So what exactly this means? See, so this particular sort positions are not properly arranged. Actually, it was not arranged as I mean, it was not arranged, it was not touched as of now. Okay, we have not done any operations on the sorting property. That is the reason it is showing that issue. It is showing it is assigned incorrectly. Actually, we have not started working on the sort. Okay, so if you don't work, or if you have not worked on that one, it will show you this message. Okay, that is the reason. Forget about this one. So, and remove these connections. So we need to have a one sort property. Employee number. Okay, sort for table AA. Employee number, sort for table BB. Okay, so now connect to this merge. Okay, now see, properly arranged. Okay, so once you have connected, automatically it will identify whether the data is coming along with the sort transformation or without transformation. Okay, you can see. Okay, now execute. Okay, three rows, total 6 rows. Okay, now maybe we need to write this. So Now look at the data of these truth tables. 135246. After combining the data, look at the data. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Okay, so this is what we need to achieve with the merge transformation. So that is the reason merging is nothing but what? Combining. So if you are combining the data without any proper approach, so what is the meaning of combining the data? If the data will be available 135246, okay, so what you can understand, suppose if anybody will ask you how many number of orders that you have generated, so you cannot tell. Why? Because the data is not in a proper order. If anybody will ask you how many number of orders, there are 6 orders. Okay, so that is the reason when you are combining the data, sort operation is required for this reason. Okay, so in order to get the meaningful data, now look at the data. It's in a proper way. Okay, 1, 2, 3, 5, proper sorted order. Okay, so this is what the merge transformation. It will allows you to combine the data from 2 sources. Okay, understand? Are anybody having any doubts? Please tell me if anybody having any doubts. I will explain once again, not a problem. Don't hesitate to ask any type of doubts. No doubts? Okay, fine, thank you. So there is another transformation. Which is similar to this merge transformation. See, nobody have asked me any question regarding this one. I will ask you one question. So I have a 3 sources. Okay, I have a 3 sources, not 2 sources. Okay, so can I use a merge transformation here? Can anyone tell me? Can I use a merge transformation here? Actually, sorry, the answer is no. Yes, Fred, that is we can use, but not directly. Indirectly we can use. Okay. Yes, Madhavi, your answer is correct. Your answer is correct. For union and union, that is correct. Okay. Now coming to your question, Fred. Yes, we can use if we have a more than 2 sources, not a problem. But directly we cannot use. Indirectly we can use. There is a different approach for that. Okay. So how you will get the data from 3 sources at a time, I mean more than 2 sources at a time. Which transformation will support us? Okay, so the transformation which will support us for that operation is union all. Okay, so what is that operation? Union all. Okay, so union all is the operation which will supports me to get the data from 2 sources or more than 2 sources. Okay, 2 sources or more than 2 sources. Okay, so in that case you can ask me, Narendra, why don't we use union all the time? The problem is union all will not sort the data. If the merge transformation we are using here, so what will happen? You can give you the guarantee for the data sorting. Okay, but union all operation will not sort the data. Then you can ask me again one question. See, why don't we use sort transformation? Even though if you use the sort transformation, you cannot sort the data properly. Okay, the data will not be in a sorted order in the destination. Ultimately, if you use the union all, it will allows you to get the data from n number of sources, but there will be no sorted option on the data in the destination. That is the problem with the union all. So directly there is no sorted data option, but indirectly there is a solution for the sorted data also. Okay, so this transformation you want me to explain today or tomorrow? Please tell me. Union all. No, not data redundancy. Yeah, see, if the data is available, same value is available in multiple sources. Okay, so we should load the data now. So this is not like data representation. This is the whole purpose of SSIS is data getting. Okay, data retrieving process. So we should not, we are not supposed to lost one row at least. Okay, we are not supposed to lost one row. Okay, each and every row is important. Why? Because it contains some value, amount. Okay, the money information. Even though if you lose $1, it will be a very, very, very big problem. Okay, that is the reason we should not miss even one row at least. Okay, so there is a in and all operation. Okay, it will take some time. So do you want me to explain today or tomorrow? Please tell me so that I will tell you. Okay, fine, not a problem. I will explain tomorrow. So people are expecting tomorrow. Okay, so tomorrow please join the session. Please join the session. I mean the waiting for the organizer problems is because of me only. Okay, so I need to complete the session before 6:30, before 7:30, and I'm joining it again. Okay, so if you are having that problem, don't panic and don't do anything. If you're waiting for that screen just for more than 2 minutes, you can just close everything and start once again. Then you will be automatically connected to the meeting. If there is any problem at that time, please ping me in WhatsApp. I will be available in WhatsApp and I will send you the necessary reply. Okay, so I will send you this